Chapter review of chapters 17 and 18 of Poppy and Rye by Avi. The main characters in these two chapters are Poppy, Thistle, Clover, and Valerian. Chapter 17. Poppy ran back to the nest with the news about Rye's capture by the beavers. She explained that the beavers may harm Rye if they don't move right away. More bad news set the whole family into another panic of stress and worry. The mice thanked Poppy, but told her that this was their family's problem. The mice started scurrying around and packing up their home. Poppy went outside the nest and started thinking about Rye again. She was met by Thistle, who told her not to blame herself. Thistle told Poppy that she noticed the way that she and Rye looked at each other when she was telling them the news of Ragweed's death. This made Poppy blush. Poppy thanked Thistle and told her she needed to be alone. After Thistle left, she started thinking about Rye and decided that she wanted to be with him again. Poppy decided she would try to get to Rye to check on his safety and get help for him somehow. She found some wood for a paddle and bark for a raft, and she went drifting out on the pond. She knows she is a bad swimmer and was nervous, but determined to help Rye somehow. Chapter 18. Poppy was paddling along in the dark, not really knowing where she was headed or which lodge Rye was in. From the shore, everything looked so different then, when she was in the middle of the pond. A few beavers swam by her, creating big waves and almost knocking Poppy into the pond. Luckily, they didn't see her in the dark. Poppy quickly followed one of the beavers to the correct lodge. She climbed up the huge mound of sticks and twigs, vines and mud, but accidentally kicked her raft away when she jumped on the lodge. She climbed to the top and found a vent hole. She thought about swimming into the water and trying to find her way into the lodge through the underwater passageway. She knew she could possibly drown. She decided to investigate the vent hole more closely. Poppy found some long vines and decided to use them as rope and crawled down the hole over the sleeping beavers to get to Rye. When she realized the vine fell short, she swung herself and jumped off, landing with a plop right in front of Rye's cage. He was sound asleep in a curled-up ball. She whispered his name and he lifted his head, not knowing if Poppy were real or in a dream. She said, "I'm so happy to see you, Rye." Then he knew she was real.